Most awkward moment in college would be, well, one time not too long ago, I was at my buddy's house who still lives with his parents, and he has a little sister who's not too much younger than I am, but she and I, since I've known the family for a long time, kind of were like messing around one time while like he was taking a shower or something, and he happened to come in at the exact wrong moment. It was like, because it wasn't sexual at all, but she had me like pinned down on top of her bed, like straddling me, and so I guess you could say that's probably one of the most awkward things that's happened so far this year.
You were messing around, but it wasn't sexual?
Awkward moment? The morning after. Just, you know, the morning of when you turn around and there's just a very large woman in your bed. You don't really recall the events of the previous night, but yet you recall just enough to know why she's there. That's an awkward moment.
Most awkward moment? Well, actually today, my friend and I were going to the bathroom after class, and I just started singing randomly, kind of silly. And my friend was like, "Hey Brandon, I think there's someone in here." And then suddenly we heard a toilet flush, and I was like, "Okay, we should get out of here." And then we kind of giggled and walked away.
Did you wash your hands?
No. No.
That's awkward.
Yeah.
I was at this diner, and I used to have like really long hair, like down to my shoulders. And so I was just sitting there, and I was trying to figure out what to order and stuff, and all of a sudden I feel like weird petting on the back of my head, right? And so I kind of turned and I was like, what? And it was the waitress, and she was petting my hair, and she was like, "Oh, I love your hair." And I was like, thank you, crazy waitress lady. But yeah.
So my most awkward moment in college was I was sitting at my desk and I had a piece of paper on my desk and I was just fiddling with it with my fingers, kind of staring off into the distance. And after about a minute or so, I looked down and realized the girl in front of me, some of her hair was on my desk and I had it between my fingers. And so I'd been pulling back and forth on her hair a little bit for about a minute. And I didn't know if she knew, and I didn't know if I should apologize or just play it off like nothing happened. So I just kind of sat there for a second and stared straight ahead of me and just tried to act really casual and hope nobody noticed. And I just had no idea what to do.
I was working up in the press box for one of the games at Cal Poly, and I needed to go to the bathroom. My bladder was like really full, so I go into the bathroom that's right behind the press box, and I open the door, and inside the president of the college is standing at a urinal, and I kind of freaked, and I was like, I don't want to pee next to this guy, so I immediately turned around and booked it back into the press box and stood there awkwardly, and everyone was staring at me like, "What's going on?" I was like, I didn't want to pee next to the president.